It usually starts with something small, something that looks harmless, like a free reward, a bonus level, or a rare item that feels too good to ignore. You are not planning to lose money, you are just curious, relaxed, and enjoying the game like millions of others around the world. But the moment curiosity replaces caution, the psychological trap quietly closes without making any noise. This is where online game scams begin, not with force, but with understanding how the human mind really works. Online game scams are not built on technology alone. They are built on psychology, emotion, and timing. Scammers study how players think when they are excited, bored, frustrated, or emotionally invested in winning. They understand that a player inside a game is not thinking like a person in real life, but like a character chasing progress. This mental shift lowers defenses and makes risky decisions feel normal and even justified. One of the strongest tools scammers use is the illusion of progress. Games train the brain to expect rewards after effort, so the mind becomes comfortable with grinding, waiting, and trying again. Scammers copy this structure by offering almost wins or small early rewards to build trust. But wait till you hear this part, because that early reward is not generosity. It is conditioning. Once the brain receives a reward, dopamine reinforces the behavior and encourages repetition without careful evaluation. The player starts believing that the system works, even if logic quietly disagrees in the background. This is why people keep clicking, paying, or sharing details even after small warning signs appear. The mind becomes focused on the next reward instead of the growing risk. Another powerful psychological trigger used in online game scams is urgency. Limited time offers, countdown timers, and exclusive access pressure the brain into fast decisions. Under urgency, the rational part of the brain weakens, while emotional impulses take control. This is why scams often say things like "only today" or "act now before it's gone." Social proof is another silent weapon that makes scams feel safe and legitimate. Fake reviews, fake player chats, and fake success stories create the illusion that everyone else is winning. The human brain is wired to trust crowds, especially when uncertainty is high. Seeing others succeed reduces fear and replaces it with fear of missing out. Online games also create strong emotional attachment, which scammers exploit carefully. Players invest time, identity, and pride into their accounts and achievements. When something threatens that progress, logic often steps aside to protect emotional investment. What happens next will surprise you because this emotional bond is where the biggest losses usually occur. Once a player is emotionally invested, scammers shift from temptation to manipulation without the player even noticing the change. They introduce small problems, like account warnings, missing rewards, or locked items, and then offer themselves as the solution. This creates a false sense of dependency, where the scammer appears helpful rather than dangerous. The player begins trusting the scammer, not because of logic, but because relief feels more important than caution. Another key psychological trick is authority, which makes lies feel official and unquestionable. Fake moderators, fake support agents, and fake system messages use logos, formal language, and professional tone to look legitimate. When something looks official, the brain stops asking questions and starts following instructions. This is why people share passwords, verification codes, or payment details without realizing the risk. Scammers also use the sunk cost fallacy to keep players trapped longer. After investing time or money, the mind refuses to accept loss and keeps trying to recover what is already gone. Instead of stopping, players spend more, click more, and trust more, hoping to fix the situation. But what happened next will surprise you, because this thinking often doubles the damage instead of reversing it. Another hidden factor is embarrassment, which keeps victims silent and unprotected. Many players feel ashamed for falling for something that now seems obvious in hindsight. Scammers rely on this silence because unreported scams stay active longer. The fear of judgment becomes another layer of control. Online games also blur the line between entertainment and real-world value. Virtual items feel digital, but the emotions and money attached to them are very real. Scammers exploit this disconnect by making losses feel less serious in the moment. Only later does the brain realize the true cost. The most important defense is awareness, not intelligence or experience. Anyone can be scammed when emotions override attention, especially inside immersive environments like games. Understanding these psychological triggers helps you pause instead of react. That pause is often the only thing standing between safety and loss. If this video helped you see online games more clearly, share it with someone who plays regularly. Like the video to help this message reach more people who need it. Subscribe for more deep psychology, digital awareness, and real-world insights. And comment below if you've ever seen or escaped a gaming scam, because your story might protect someone else.